It has been bloody long. It has been a long time. But Shinsuke Nakamura returned to Smackdown this past week. We saw him attack LA Knight when LA Knight was celebrating after his successful United States title defense against Humberto Carrillo. And it was great to see Shinsuke Nakamura. He seems to have returns to when he has these like war paint on his face, dressed in all black, looking ominous, looking dangerous. But should we be excited at the most recent installment of Shinsuke Nakamura changing the character, returning to programming? We have seen this before. We have seen this before in some way, shape or form, whether it be a face Nakamura coming back, a heel Nakamura coming back. Like, we've seen this before, and it often amounts to not much. And that is a real big shame because, listen, Nakamura at his best, it's just a different thing, man. Like, Nakamura is one of these talents that I don't want to hear the whole, well, Japanese is his, mother tongue and he can't speak English well and all that kind of stuff, because his charisma is different level. He doesn't even have to rely on speaking. And, I'm thinking all the way back to 2015, 2016, when he turned up in NXT. That's why I was super excited, because if you saw this guy in Japan, like, he doesn't need to be here cutting promos and stuff like that. His just aura his aura was different them times. Now, through, the damage that has happened to him on the main roster, because let's be honest, it all came crashing down the minute he didn't beat AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. That should have been it. He wins the Rumble as he did earlier that year, and then all of a sudden he's in AJ Styles' face for the WWE Championship and he beats him. And they didn't do that. Him or Asuka. They both won Rumbles and they both lost at Mania. Incredible. Like, incredibly bad that is. But it's one of them things where he just has never really recovered, and he's gone on to have mid-card success since then. IC titles, US titles, and of course, like I'm saying now, he's returned to attack the United States champion. But do we get excited? We've seen him return and, make a direct target at somebody and ending up just falling to the wayside. He done this with Cody Rhodes not too long ago and others. It's like, I don't know whether I should invest my energy in this and get excited again. I don't know whether WWE are just using this as an opportunity to heat him up before they send him to Noah to go and do a match in Noah or something like that. I mean, I just don't know the role that Shinsuke Nakamura plays anymore. Is he this real villainous character? Will he ever become a champion within this character so that we can at least take it seriously to a degree? I just don't know anymore. I'm really confused as to who they have turned Nakamura into, and as a member of the audience, what they want me to believe Nakamura is capable of. He doesn't wrestle at the same kind of speed and aptitude as he did before. He often loses the feuds he's involved in. And if that's his role, to kind of be this mid-card obstacle for some people to overcome and maybe start putting younger talents over, I don't have an issue with that. But then let's be consistent with that, Let's consistently book him on TV so he does that. Like, these long periods where Nakamura literally goes missing from the face of WWE, I don't know. Like, it's hard. And it's just the fact that I watched Nakamura in Japan. Like, I've got something small at this point, very small to cling on to, and I'm hoping the best really comes out and we're even able to see like a mid-card title run. I will take at this point, as long as it's kind of booked well. I don't know. So people that don't have that affinity to Nakamura, I don't know what they're holding on to. I don't know what they're looking forward to. I don't know if they ever believed in Nakamura, let alone do they still believe in Nakamura with everything they have learned about him and WWE has portrayed about him since he's arrived on the main roster. Because if it's someone I never had prior knowledge of, I probably don't believe in Nakamura either. But it's the hope. It's the hope that kills you. And it's the hope that I'm holding on to, hoping that he, you know, can still have his day in the sun, if you like, in WWE on the main roster. But it definitely seems like, I don't know, it's not something that's going to happen. Now, does he have what it takes to dethrone LA Knight? I would be surprised if they fed LA Knight to him. I really would. So that makes me believe he's just a temporary obstacle that LA Knight has to overcome before LA Knight moves on to maybe some of these other younger talents that we've mentioned in the past, Andrade, a Carmelo Hayes, someone like that, who will actually take the title off LA Knight. But for now, maybe Shinsuke is just the hurdle in between, and you know, that's all it's gonna be. And after he loses to LA Knight, he disappears into the night for another extended period, which would be a complete shame. Yeah, it's just such a shame he's been booked this way, and I don't know if there is much rehabilitation that can be done. There was a big shock factor. There was like an audible kind of gasp when he came into the ring on Smackdown, took out LA Knight. But beyond like that surprise wow factor, you know, they'll play his music when he makes an entrance maybe next week or in the next 2 weeks time, and it'll be great, and we'll all kind of do the air guitar and go along with it and stuff like that. But how many of us, that's your comment for the day, guys. Let me know down below in the comments, how many of us actually still care about Shinsuke Nakamura? Do we just see him as this mid-carder, perennial jobber? He's never going to win the big one. He's past it now. Give me your thoughts down below of how you perceive Shinsuke Nakamura today in 2024. And we'll see. Maybe I should let go of this hope I'm holding on to. But yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. Make sure you comment down below as well, like I said earlier. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name's Mex. I make videos on WWE and AEW. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, hit the subscribe button, notify bell as well, so that you know every time I drop a new video on this channel. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.